conversation for about an hour, just talking about the game and talking about the business before all of this quarantine shit went down. And that's why it's surprising to me for my name to be called in it, because if you know me, you know what I'm about and what I stand for. And I don't stand for disrespecting nobody, and I don't stand for nobody disrespecting me. I don't walk around and disrespect nobody. I don't walk around and violate nobody. When I do comedy, I stand up on stages with Michael Blackson. He represents Africa. I stand up on stages with Mike Epps in Jamaica. He represents the U.S. Who am I representing? Who am I representing? So let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. I'm very proud of the two artists who had their show last night and performed, and it was wicked. And I was all in the comments. Me and Erykah Badu was joking the whole night. The whole night. Because you know what? That's something that if you Caribbean and you follow Bounty Killer and Beenie Man career, you know. They've been friends, they've not been friends, they've been friends, they've not been friends, so for us to see that, both of them on one stage or one platform, joking and dancing, and I never saw Bounty Killer dance like that. And Beenie Man shaking his big ass belly and all of that. When I go to Jamaica, I stand up right next to Bounty Killer in Weddy Wednesday. When I go to a party, I stand up right next to Beenie Man in our next party. So I don't understand how all of a sudden disrespect and this and that get involved. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's confusing to me. And I get it. Like I said, I get it, because Mataron was in his feelings and talking the way he was talking. His views don't carry my views. His views is not my views. He's speaking from a different place. I'm speaking from who I called, who I spoke to, as selectors, as producers, as artists, who I spoke to. That all of the people that was like, nah, dog, you see it, me nah gonna do it, no, dog, okay, I don't know. And like I said, I don't got no right to tell a man to do nothing. You built your own career, you built your own legacy. It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have the right to tell you what to do. But if I ask you a question and you say no, and it is, you don't see my vision, it's all good. I move on to the next, fam. But the same thing that I've been talking about and fighting for is the same thing that Swiss Beats saw. The same thing that Timbaland saw. And they made it happen. They made it possible. And my argument is look. That's my argument. My argument is look. Look. See what I was telling y'all? The same shit I was telling y'all. Look, somebody else got to do it for it to make sense to us. That's what my point was. Somebody else got to do it for it to make sense to us. Big up Lisa Anna. Big up yourself. Somebody else always got to take up something and do it before it makes sense to us. Now let's keep it a buck, since we don't want to talk, because we talking about internal now. We talking about internal. I already addressed Swiss Beats and all of that. What he was saying. Like I said, no disrespect to you, Swiss Beats. I never disrespected your verses, your platform, and I would never disrespect it, because I within myself feel like we are friends aside from this whole entertainment world. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know where you at with it, and I would like to know where you at with it so I can know how to move accordingly. But like I said, ain't no animosity on my side, ain't no bad feelings on my side, there's no disrespect on my side, and there never will be. But since we don't want to talk internal, let's talk internal. Because a lot of people talk this talk. A lot of people talk this talk, but we fight. When we do our clashes, we fight for 6,000-7,000 views. We fight for that. We fight for that. Why? How much Caribbean people is there around the world? How many Caribbean people is there around the world? I mean, like, let's be honest with each other, bro. Let's be honest with each other. I thought it was going to be way more people on the verses than what was on there. To be honest with you, because we are enough everywhere. We are enough everywhere. There's how many Caribbean people are there in Canada alone? How many Caribbean people are there in New York alone? In Florida alone? In Atlanta alone? In fucking UK alone? How many Caribbean people are there? How many? I saw more American comments than Caribbean people last night. Let's talk internal. Let's talk internal since we there with it. I saw Kerry Hilson. I saw Diddy. I saw Little John. I saw Timberland. I saw Khaled. I saw all of these people commenting. If y'all was really about the culture, y'all would have nuff up in there. Nuff it up. Y'all would have nuffed it up. If y'all was really about the culture and y'all really cared about the culture, it would have been nuff up. Because we gotta make a stand for our shit. If that's how you feel about it. Because you see, enough of these people is hypocrites. Enough of these people is hypocrites, and all they do is sit around and wait for fucking backlash and fuckery to happen so they can laugh and joke and point fingers. You see, anytime we see another black man fall or something happen or something is going wrong, we like to point fingers and laugh. That's what we like. That's what we like. The only time you should be looking down at somebody is when you're looking to help them up. And these are the things that I preach all the time. Not just today because we on live and Swiss Beats call. I appreciate Swiss Beats for even calling my name in that forum. For even calling my name on that live. I respect it, bro. Because a lot of people who didn't know who Majah Hype was, they are now wanting to know who they are. Whether it's negative, positive, all publicity is publicity. So I respect it. Thank you, Swizz. I respect that you call my name and I'm that important to even speak about on that live last night. I respect that. But y'all talk about this culture and y'all respect this culture and love this culture so much. Why wasn't it so much more people on that live last night? Because even when I was DJing the night before, Friday night when I was DJing on my live and we had the If I Was to Marry challenge, what did I specifically say before I got off the live? Tomorrow, let's go and make a statement and nuff up that verses. Tomorrow, let's go and represent. But the thing is that we like foolishness. We like to see somebody fall. We like to see people fall so we can laugh. That's what we like. And most of these people, look, today, look how funny life is. If I'm playing gospel music right now, we would have had 500 people. We'd have had 600 people on this live right now. If I was talking about ways to invest your money and create generational wealth, we'd have had 800 people right now. If I was talking about let's do a clash between two young upcoming sounds and let's build them, it would have been 700 people right now. But because y'all feel I was going to come on here and talk fuckery and lash out against somebody, everybody nuff up in here. 8,900 people was just on here because they thought that I was going to come here with animosity and anger and talk about fuck this, fuck that. No. Because y'all love fuckery and misery love drama. Today is Sunday. I'm not on that. I'm not on that. And like I said, big up to Busta Rhymes too, because Busta Rhymes is like my big brother. And me and Busta had a conversation for a while, for a long time, last night. And I understand his views and I understand where he's coming from. And I understand where Swiss is coming from, like I said. But Mataron don't speak for me. I speak for myself. And anybody who know me knows that's how I give it up. Shout out to comedian Chris, because when I first started doing my comedy, my comedy, and started doing selling out shows and all of that, I started in a little place called Freeze. Club Freeze on Flatbush Avenue. That holds 75 people, and I had 150 people in there. And I hired comedian Chris to come through and hold the vibes. See, there's not a bad mind bone in my body. I keep my own show every year, Labor Day weekend in New York City. 3,200 people sold out every year in King's Theater. I do Mother's Day in NJ Pack. I hire people. I give people an opportunity to bless the stage. And I don't mean nothing by it, but guess what? Most of the people who I hire have never called me back to hire me for anything. And I'm not saying that in an animosity way. I'm saying that because I'm trying to show you how real my heart is. How real my intentions are to see people progress. I've hired Just Hilarious. I've hired DC Young Fly. I've hired the best of the best. You name them. Jason Andors. Haitian V. Fredo. I've hired multiple people. I brought Safari out on my show in Mother's Day in Jersey. He hosted my show in King's Theater. Him and Jesse Wu. So nobody don't tell me about what I do for this community and what I do for this culture and how I represent this culture. Nobody can tell me that. Nobody. Not nobody. Brought White Yardie to Amazura. Brought Tricks to Amazura. Majority of the people, I don't look for them to hire me back. I do it from my heart. Because I could put Major Hype on a flyer by myself and sell it out. You understand what I'm saying? Big up Jazzy T. Big up to Steely. Big up to the real people in this business, because there's a lot of real people in this business. But there's also a lot of fake people in this business too. With the little crab in the barrel mentality, the little leeches. The people that are just hustling out the business. And like I said, I'm speaking internally because I know how people is. I know people always want to pick what they want to talk about and work off of that.